What is going on YouTube? Another video coming at you from JD's NerdVerse. Welcome back. My name is JD. We're going to dive into another playthrough today. We're playing through Pokemon Blue with Pikachu on our journey to get to all 151 Pokemon. Play through Red and Blue. As you're watching right now, Pikachu is fighting Bulbasaur. I chose Bulbasaur because, obviously because Squirtle was weak to him, and Charizard becomes weak to him because it's flying type. So the best possible scenario there, which, you know, not a huge disadvantage or advantage, but Venusaur is the most neutral that I could find of all of them. So before we get started, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell, as you get videos like this all the time. And I'm playing through all 151 in the first gen. There are some exceptions that I'll go over that'll be different outliers from this, but we're just basically seeing basically how every Pokemon can fare in the game and who is, you know, evidently the best Pokemon to play through. So this is technically the fourth starter you can get in Generation 1 if you play Pokemon Yellow. Now, Pokemon Yellow has little things different. However, I'm going to go with some positives with Pikachu. So Pikachu starts off with a very, 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 very good speed. 90 speed. That's his base speed he starts out the game with. His other stats are not very good. He doesn't have good HP. His attack, I guess, is okay, but it's nothing great. Defense is meh. Special and special defense is okay. When he evolves, he does get some better speed, and his attack pretty much doubles. And his special pretty much doubles, but the defense doesn't go far. Because so basically, this is like another example of a glass cannon where we can attack, we can do some damage, we're fast, but we can't take a lot of damage. Pikachu's level up moveset is not bad because you get Thunder Shock and you get Quick Attack, but the problem is, in Pokemon Blue, you don't have you just don't have any moves that you can do against Brock. If there was any other gym to start the game other than Brock or Giovanni, you could probably play this game a lot faster. This Pokemon playthrough was actually very fast compared to how much time we have to spend on Brock, because we don't really have a move. So I've watched some playthroughs where people got up to like level 19 or 20. So I was like, I gotta get that high. And I made a mistake when I was talking about this in another video, by the way. I was talking about it because I've watched Scott's Thoughts videos, and he plays through Yellow, and I wasn't thinking. And if you get to level 20, Pikachu gets Slam, which is enough to get through Brock. However, in Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red, he doesn't learn those. He just learns Quick Attack at 16, and then he doesn't learn another move till Swift. And you really can't teach him anything else until then. Until you get through Brock's gym. So the grind early is just getting to a level where you can take on Brock and it's a manageable fight. And I think we end up getting it manageable, but it takes a long time. Like in-game time and real life time was very high. But here's where Pikachu really has, I wouldn't say an advantage, but some really nice things going for him. One, he really has a very diverse move pool. Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Body Slam. Obviously, everyone gets takedown and double edge. So that's not really an issue. But he can use Seismic Toss. He can technically use Submission if we used it. We didn't use it in this playthrough. Thunderbolt, Thunder, Mimic. Swift is good. And, yeah, he's got some pretty good movesets. Got some pretty good coverage there. But, yeah, so the biggest thing is 23 minutes in. And I think we were trying. I don't know. I don't remember if I showed a lot of attempts. I don't know if I showed the final one I got or just a bunch of attempts. So only at level 19. So here's the tactic. You basically got to knock Geodude out as fast as possible. Quick attack, quick attack, quick attack. There's no point in doing Growl. It's just going to take a turn up, and you're still going to take some damage. He's going to do Defense Curl. Just keep attacking him until you get the knockout. So that's the only thing you can really do here, is just try to get the knockout. And you're going to whittle down his health, but he does way more damage to you. If Brock was smart, he could be a so much more difficult trainer than what he is. If he just attacked and did tackle the whole time, he'd probably knock out every Pokemon you start out with, because he's got very good defense unless you have like a water type or a grass type. So here's why I think I'm showing this playthrough this specific battle is because look how much health I have left. I am 5 levels higher than Onix, and I think I was 7 levels higher than Geodude, and I have 9 health left. And I'm just not doing a lot of damage, and one hit knockout knocks me completely out. So now I need to go level up a little bit more. So I think I tried. Do I try it again? I don't remember if I tried again. So try it again. Is it the same level? It's same exact level. So we're going to be stubborn and try it again. So that just actually lowers his attack, I guess, down to 3 rather than 5. So that's good, I guess. So I tell you what, this is a frustrating battle because it's nothing you can do. It's just you just gotta. I think what I had to do, I actually had a strategy here to win this battle, and it was a very clever strategy on my part. I'm not gonna lie. We'll go ahead and we'll let this battle play out. But I think what I decided to do was I leveled up a little bit more, and what I decided to do instead was to go burn up all my Thunder Shocks and all my Thunder Waves, because I can't use those two anyway. And I think I got to a point in one of these battles, and I don't know if I was showing this one, but I got to a point in one of these battles where I ran out of Quick Attack and I actually ran out of Growl. So then I was stuck doing two moves that don't work. So I was like, okay, well, this seems like a pretty easy fix. I'm just going to go burn up all my Thunder Waves and all my Thunder Shocks so that if need be, I can actually use Struggle if possible. So, yeah, I don't win this battle at level 19. So then I load, and do I fight him again? Man, I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn person, I'll tell you what. So I get another level, and I go to fight him. Now, I think this is the one where I lose. So see how much faster. We get another level, and we're actually diminishing his health pretty quick, but he catches up pretty fast once his defense scrolls tally up a little bit. So then he brings out Onyx. So we're going to growl. And we just got to wait for a bide, and we're going to growl a little bit. And this will really lower his attack. So that hopefully the goal here is that this diminish any kind of damage that Onyx can do to you. So now he uses bide, waiting for his bide to unleash. Now he can do quick attack again, bide, and now we got to use a couple more growls. And waiting for it, does nothing. Quick attack again, and if he just used tackle, he'd beat us, but he doesn't. Growl again. So this tactic can work, it just takes a long time, and you gotta hope that you have a high enough health to handle it. So he beats us again, knocks out again. So this time, I think, did we get out of the level or number 1 or number 2 or 1? We did it again, but I think what we did this time is we diminished the power points in Thunder Wave and Thunder Shock. So this is like I said, it's a big percentage of the playthrough is trying to get through Brock. Pikachu has a lot of things early. There's nothing early that really affects him other than, like, obviously going through our Brock. So we got a lot of health this time. A good amount of health. And we're using Growl. We're lowering his attack. He's lowering our defense. That doesn't help us, but... So Bide, again, if you don't know what Bide does, Bide, and I explain this in every video, because sometimes people just see these videos and they don't know how Generation 1. Generation 1 is something not a lot of people go back to. A lot of people are moving forward with Pokemon. I mean, I have the newer ones. I still play them. But Generation 1 just, it's a beautiful mistake, if that makes sense. It's a beautiful mess. It's great, but there's some huge flaws in it. And this is where I was getting to that point where I'm down to 3 quick attacks. And look how much health he has left. So I'm like, I had this battle. I had him. I had him exactly where I wanted him. He wasn't doing enough damage to do anything to me. So now I'm trying to stall out, and basically I have no more power points, so I have to stall out. And if he uses tackle, all he has to do is use tackle. And this is when I just basically realized. So now I'm trying to get rid of all of my power points for them in the middle of this battle. This is when it dawned on me what the tactic was to win this battle. Is I have to get rid of all the power points for Thunder Wave and Thunder Shock. And if he uses Bide, I have time to do this. The problem is I think he eventually uses tackle. If he's smart, he uses tackle. So now I'm out of those. Now I do 30 of the Thunder Shock. So this is the frustrating part. So whenever I say in a run, I could probably shave off some time. If I would have just done this before this battle and had some foresight, I probably could save off. This battle alone is taking 3 minutes on the game clock. So yeah, now I'll lose. Now this is when I get the idea. I diminish all the power points so that if I run out of Growl and Quick Attack, I can use Struggle. So that's what we're doing right now. And I think I leveled up. We'll see here in a second. Yeah, did I get another level or 2 out of it? I got 1 more level out of it. Okay, so I'm way over leveled for this point in the game. Okay, so now, and we have no power points for Thunder Shock and none for Thunder Wave. So that's the goal here. Is we're going in this battle with the ability to attack. And then if we run out of attack and growl, or quick attack and growl, then we can use, we can use struggle. That's the tactic here. So we actually have less health now than we did on the last battle. So we're doing okay damage, okay-ish, I guess is the best way to put it. And also at some point, if he uses too much bide, we would also run out of growl, and then we'd have to use quick attack so he can actually build up his bide, so he can actually attack us again. So he's using. Oh, I misclicked there, and I noticed it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go all in, see how much damage he can do to me. And he does a decent amount of damage. So I'm like, yep, I can't have that again. I gotta make sure that I'm not misclicking here. We're halfway there. We're over half his health points. We're probably got a third left. Okay, he unleashed, nothing happens. If he does tackle, I think he would beat us. Like, we're getting to that point where it's getting close. And we get a critical, it wasn't critical, but a good hit, and we finally knock him out. So I didn't have to use this strategy, but that was the best strategy I could think of at the moment, was to diminish all those, and then, yeah, we're good to go. So now we're moving on, and we're fighting we don't have to fight all the trainers, but we're fighting a good amount. We're good against anything they put against us. Pidgey, one-hit knockout. Both of them, one-hit knockout, because we're so over-leveled at this point. It's not that we want to be over-leveled. You have to be over-leveled to beat Brock. Caterpie, I'm pretty sure its quick attack is a one-hit. Oh, it's close to a one-hit, okay. So anything here, we're two-shotting, basically, two-hitting. So nothing is super, 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 scary to us. This part of the game, it's pretty nice because you can just click and go through. You have enough power points to pretty much handle everything. You have two decent enough attacks, quick attack and then thunder shock. And basically what you're facing early is birds, Rattatas, even some Ekans, and pretty much Pidgey and and bugs. And none of those are going to do too much damage to you. Even though Pikachu has low damage, the fact that we can hit pretty much anything and knock it out in 2 hits is very big this early in the game. Because we don't have a lot of health. Like, our defense is garbage. Our defense is 40. I mean, our defense doesn't go higher and get better when we evolve, really. But it's better than 40, and everything else drastically increases when you evolve. So, and this guy has a Spearow, so that's why I decided to take this battle. I'm like, this is easy money, and it's easy experience points, and I think we don't level up. So Pikachu is in the lower or slower level up group, just slightly slower. Not drastically slower than some, but slightly slower. I can always tell whenever you fight the first battle and you don't level up after that battle, that's a dead giveaway what kind of group you're in, what kind of level up group you were in. So Pikachu is blasting through everything. We haven't even had to go back and heal, and we've just been doing very well. So now we're in Mountain Moon. Mountain Moon, there's not a lot of battles in Mountain Moon that are going to bother us. The only one we want to avoid is there's a hiker with a Geodude, with a couple Geodudes actually. So we try to avoid him. But the reason why we're fighting this battle is we want to get Mega Punch. So now Mega Punch gives us 3 moves that can do pretty well. We fight a lot of Zubats in here too. So now we're going to give ourselves Mega Punch. And this will give us a lot more versatility when it comes to some battles we got to fight here coming up. We're going to get rid of Growl. We're going to keep Thunder Wave for a rainy day in case we have to use it. So now we're going to fight this Rocket Trainer. And we have Rattata. I'm pretty sure a Mega Punch. Thunder Shock should probably knock it out too, but Mega Punch would have blasted that. Okay. So what having this extra move does is it makes it so we really, really don't have to go back and heal. That's the best part. We really don't have to go back and heal. As long as you can sustain being away from a Poke Center for a long periods of time, it just makes life a lot easier. You don't have to go back and heal. You don't have to worry about taking extra damage. If you can knock out Pokemon, this is the biggest key to Pokemon playthroughs. If you have a Pokemon that can just knock out Pokemon, all hail the Dome Fossil, by the way. If you get a Pokemon that can just knock out Pokemon and doesn't have to take a lot of hits, you're going to have success in playthroughs. As long as you can find some form of a range when it comes to coverage of moves. And right here, we're going to do very solid against Misty's gym because we're electric. Now, our defense isn't high, so that's kind of something we got to worry about. But for the most part, we get 2-hit knockout pretty much everything. And I don't remember if we have to go heal here or if we just take out Misty and then leave. we went back and healed. I can tell by I didn't have my transition between scenes in this, so it is what it is. But Thundershock doesn't do anything. It's a 2-hit knockout. I've always used to get mad when I used to play this as a kid. See, Bubble Beam, even though they're weak to us, Bubble Beam does a decent amount of attack. So, but we do win by the skin of our teeth, but we do win. Now we're fighting our rival. I used to get so mad when I was. I'll explain that one until let's beat the rival. So 2-shot the Pidgeotto. It's good to hang on the quick attack, and now I think we're gonna get rid of quick attack now. Thunder Wave. Okay, yeah, we don't need Thunder Wave. So it's good to have another attack. We're gonna use Swift. It's very high accuracy, pretty decent attack. I think we're gonna use Swift again or a quick attack. Quick attack. It's a 2-hit. And then, like I said, the rival has. Bulbasaur's not going to do anything great against us. It's just not going to, it's not going to be the worst for us. So, okay, so now we're fighting Nugget Bridge. I'll talk about this now. So, I used to hate this as a kid. It used to be so frustrating as a kid where I could just get through Misty if I just had Thunderbolt. But you couldn't get Thunderbolt until you beat Misty. It was so frustrating because I just need this electric attack. It's a little more powerful electric move that I can give to Pikachu. I used to always play through with Pikachu early in the game because you need electric type and it would really be helpful against Misty. So, yeah, I used to really not like that as a kid. So, looking at Pikachu's moveset, we haven't gone over the rest of it yet. So, we got Mega Punch, and we have Swift. So, that we finally leveled up and got Swift. So, looking at our move pool, we have Quick Attack, Swift, Thunder Shock, and Mega Punch. Well, we're coming across a couple moves here soon. The next move we're going to come across is Seismic Toss. I usually would avoid this move. I literally just did a playthrough with Sandshrew. I just, got finished the editing. But I just finished playing through a Sandshrew, and I avoided Seismic Toss because it's not a horrible move. It's just it only does the damage in which equal to your level. And that move is useful for Pikachu, it's very useful. Because Pikachu can't learn any real range stuff. You can learn Thunderbolt, which is good. He can learn Body Slam, which pretty much everyone can, and Mega Punch and Mega Kick. But he can't learn Dig or Earthquake or whatever, so he has nothing to counter Rock-type Pokemon. That's why Seismic Toss is a move I'm going to go for here in a little bit. You'll see it in a second. So that's the logic behind getting Seismic Toss. If I don't get that, there's nothing really I'm going to have that's going to do damage Rock-type Pokemon. In every playthrough, you have a mandatory trainer you have to fight, and he's a hiker in Rock Tunnel that has 3 Pokemon that explode. Okay, so right here, I'm going to show you what it looks like to fight a hiker without having a rock, a move that can do a lot of damage to rock. Swift can do okay. This isn't a rock type Pokemon, but he does okay. But it's not something you can rely on. Mega Punch does that's probably about a third. Swift doesn't even do a third. It probably does a little less. Probably about a quarter. And so look how much moves I have to spend to fight this guy. And look how much damage I can take in return. So this is why Seismic Toss is a move that I haven't used very much in my playthroughs. I'll be bluntly honest with that. And now I get the Elixir, and now we're going to fight. I don't think we fight the other hiker. There's another hiker down here, but I don't think we fight him. Because we can knock out Rattata pretty handily. Swift is a very nice move. I like Swift. I kind of regret not using it in one of my playthroughs, the Pidgey one specifically. But it is what it is. So we avoid fighting that battle because we're going to have to fight an extra one anyway. We get the knockout here. And then we have to prepare ourselves again for one more hiker. We have another hiker battle right here that we have to fight. And this hiker he has 4 Pokemon. They're 4 tough Pokemon because you just can't do that much damage to them. Mega Punch does not quite a half. So Quick Attack luckily does enough damage to knock them out here, but you're just not doing a lot of damage. If they had any moves that did any damage at all, I would not survive this battle. I can guarantee that. So if they had Rock Throw or something like that, I don't think I'd survive this battle. Now, anything non-rock, it'll knock it out. It 100% will. It's just with Pikachu, you have to have these extra moves that are not even stab moves. They're not even same type attack bonus. So now I got to heal because I'm not familiar with this trainer as much as I am with the hiker. So we have to fight this trainer, and it's not tough. It's not like it's a tough trainer. but it's an extra trainer we have to have. But it's a means to an end. And we have no more power points. Awesome. This is what I was worried about, something like that, but we didn't get caught up in the wrap. So now we get Seismic Toss. And at some point, maybe not this very second, we got to remove a move that puts Seismic Toss on our move list. So now we take Swift. This Swift will knock out all three of these Pokemon in one hit. This I guess is it the last? Yeah, this last. Her Pokemon can be tough. Don't get me wrong. They can definitely be I wouldn't say they definitely are can cause a reset. They definitely can cause you to get knocked out and have to do a reset. But for the most part, not super difficult, not super crazy. It all depends on your Pokemon too. I haven't really had any Water type or Rock type too much, or have one that's not strong enough to handle the fight with her. Or I can knock him out in one hit. So now we're on the SSN. We got Dig, but we can't use it. So on the SSN, I think we just got Body Slam and maybe Seismic Toss. Yeah, we have Seismic Toss. And Thunder Shock's a one hit. Seismic Toss. It's a 2-hit. Body Slam. It's a 1-hit. And I think Body Slam would 1-hit Ivysaur as well. I think. Nope, it's a 2-hit for Swift. That's fine. We have to take a little bit of damage there anyway. Nothing we're going to have is going to be super effective. But the point is, nothing we have is super. He has is super effective as us. Like if you play through Yellow, it'd be a little different because Yellow, your rival has a Sandshrew, and a Sandshrew can be very challenging because you can't use electric moves, and nothing you have will really be effective against him. So, all right. So now we're fighting Lieutenant Surge. This fight goes pretty handily. We're over leveled, and I'm pretty sure we just body slam him. Yeah, we just use body slam, and we get a good paralyze here. We take a little damage with Sonic Boom. I don't remember if I healed before this, so I don't know if Sonic Boom just did that much damage or not. I don't think it did. I think I just didn't heal. Yeah, I'm confident. I'm not confident in Raichu's ability to do much damage to us. Thunderbolt didn't do anything. We knock it out. We beat the horribly overrated Lieutenant Surge. He can be tough, but he's not tough. He's not tough, but he can be tough. So now we're just moving on towards Rock Tunnel. So I'll talk a little bit more about Pikachu. What was great about Pikachu? Pikachu and Raichu both have great speed. The fact that you're going to go first almost every fight you have, unless someone uses a quick attack, is very useful. Especially when you start building your moveset. When you start getting Mega Punch. When you start getting Body Slam. When you start getting Swift. And you start getting Thunderbolt and things like that. So your moveset builds as your speed stays good. So you're always going to be attacking first. It's one thing if you have a Pokemon that's slow and you get better moves, you're still taking a smidge amount of damage until you use that better move. With a fast Pokemon like Pikachu, your defense is irrelevant if you're able to knock out the other Pokemon super fast with one hit. So that's good. Second, even though he is just a tiny little electric mouse that likes to shoot electricity bolts out of its butt or tail or whatever, you have a decent moveset. There's some Pokemon you look at their moveset and you're like, man, I don't know if there's a path to beat this game here. I don't know. And I'll give an example. Like Bulbasaur, you look at his moveset and there's just not a lot of things that Grass is effective against late in the game, except for like Onix. So you don't know if there's anything there. And also you're poison type, so Agatha is going to give you issues, so on and so forth. So there's not a lot of moves that counter those things. So what this is doing, what's good about this, is you got a moveset that gives you the ability to do numerous things in this playthrough. So that you can beat everyone pretty handily. And what am I doing here? Potion? Yeah, let's give it a potion. Use them up. So now we're fighting in Rock Tunnel. And so what's the downsides to Pikachu? Pikachu doesn't have good defense. So if you don't have the ability to knock someone out in one hit, you're going to be in trouble. And also, what also comes with that, and this is not something people talk about very often when it comes to Pokemon who do not have the ability to one-hit knockout, or they have to use the Badge Boost glitch. Using the Badge Boost glitch in this, what I had to do is sometimes when you're setting up, you're taking damage. So that's one of the things with Pikachu. We have to set up in this, and we take a lot of damage. That is especially predominant, I think, in the last Giovanni fight. So that's the trade-off as well. Some Pokemon you can take a little bit of damage while you're building up. So a little sneak peek in this Sandshrew. Sandshrew has that ability. Sandshrew has access to Sword Dance. And with Sword Dance, what's really nice about Sword Dance is it boosts your attack, and Sandshrew has a very high defense. Sandslash, Sandshrew, whatever you call it, have a very good defense compared to compared to Pikachu, but compared to a lot of Pokemon. So it could take a lot of damage while it was setting up to just dunk on everyone. Pikachu, not so much. You're going to see here in a little bit. And we get... So I got to decide here, Swift or Seismic Toss. I don't like getting rid of Swift, but I can't get rid of Thunderbolt. We're going to need it later. Body Slam is just way too useful. And so we get... If he had gone for Explode right or Self-Destruct right there, we would not have won that battle. And I guess I think I must be looking for like another potion or something. So now we got this the one rock trainer or hiker that is always like a pain in the butt. And it doesn't matter who you have, he's going to be a pain in the butt. And this is where Pikachu having Seismic Toss is going to help us a little bit. It doesn't make sense to me, by the way. That Pikachu's a mouse. Mice can burrow. I don't know why he couldn't use Dig, but I digress. And Seismic. So I use Agility to boost my stats just a little bit. I think that's what I did with the first move. So that's a lot of damage. So Grappler, if Grappler does a self-destruct, we got lucky there. The AI, that 1 in 4 chance, really helped us. And I accidentally walk into this trainer, and it was into her eyesight, or line of sight, and I didn't get a chance to heal. So luckily, 3 Slowpokes, we can get the knockout pretty handily. So luckily, good to go there. We can move on. And I'm pretty sure after this, we just have like one more trainer, and then we're out of Rock Tunnel. I don't know why I didn't heal. I don't know why. Or did I heal? I didn't heal. Don't know why I didn't heal. Not a smart move on my part. Maybe I just wasn't scared of these 3 Pokemon. They're, you're about a third through the game, and you're facing early stage Pokemon like that. You're just not going to be that afraid of them. And so again, I hadn't healed. I had plenty of things to heal, and I don't know why I didn't heal. And then Pidgeotto, Thunderbolt, boom. So now we give the Thunderstone to Pikachu. We've all been the Raichu, so now we have boosted our stats. We had some fights where we didn't do quite as much damage as we'd hoped. I think I might have entered Erica's gym and tried to win a fight, and I took more damage than I anticipated. So I think that's what spawned me to go ahead and get Pikachu evolved in the Raichu. I was outsped. I wasn't doing a lot of damage, and so those things increase when you evolve. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do this now. We'll get the boost and everything. We already got Agility. That was the main move we wanted to get before we leveled up was Agility, because I don't think Pikachu can learn. I don't think Raichu can learn Agility if you level up too early. So that's kind of the benefit there. Now here's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I've nicknamed them that. It's just what I call them. And we get the knockout with Sandshrew. Ekans should be a 1-hit. Yeah, Ekans is a 1-hit. So if you look at our time, we're not doing battle in time. Like if you look at the fact that we spent almost I think about 35 minutes just to get through the first gym, we're not doing horrible on time for a Pokemon that spent almost half an hour in the time trying to get through the first gym. So we knock out him, and he's going to send down Arbok. Arbok should be a 1-hit. Now, Giovanni is tricky. Here's why Giovanni is tricky. Giovanni is tricky because he has, I think it's 2 rock type, and then a normal type Pokemon with a Kangaskhan. So Onix is out. Onix doesn't do much. So this is where Seismic Toss, big deal, does a lot of damage. What we should have probably done, though, honestly, in hindsight, is use at least 1 or 2 agilities. It would have boosted our stats. It definitely would have boosted our attack stats, because that's what you get the first thing when you fight Brock's gym. You get the boost in attack stat. So our attack was good. It would have been better. It would have done more damage, but we beat the rival, or we beat Giovanni. We move on, and now we're facing our rival. Our team's going to blast through the rival. His first two Pokemon are weak to Electric, so blast through both of them. So this kind of gives you a little prelude to what's going to happen later in the game. We're always going to be able to set up and blast through the first two Pokemon when it comes to our rival. So the rival doesn't have really a good option or counter to Pikachu and Raichu because it's electric, and he always has either he has Blastoise and Pidgeotto, or he's going to have Pidgeotto and Gyarados. So two of his Pokemon you're guaranteed to get a knockout on without too much confrontation, too much struggle. And you can use agility and boost your stats if you need to. So that's the good thing about Raichu late in the game is you've already got two of the champion's Pokemon's neutralized. So playing through these games, you know these things in advance. You know you're going to need extra levels, so fight extra battles. You know like what moves you need. So I'll give you an example. I play through Sandshrew, and as soon as I get out of Sabrina's gym and I don't need Dig anymore, I unteach Dig and I teach Earthquake. Because God forbid you accidentally click Dig or something while you're in the middle of Victory Road or something like that. So we're getting through. We're demolishing everything. Everything's pretty much a one-hit knockout. And we're at level 39. I think we get to level 40 here, fighting in Koga's gym. So we're destroying everything, and I usually don't air this part, so I'll skip over. So now we need to fight Erica's gym. Erica is going to be a cakewalk. Erica's going to straight up be a cakewalk. Yeah, we did fight one earlier, and I'm like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's go get some more levels before we do this. Everything should be a one-hit knockout here. I'm not concerned about Erica. Nothing she has is going to be super effective against me. The only chance she has is putting me in putting me asleep or paralyzing me, or putting me in a wrap, and I just can't make an attack. But I outspeed all of our Pokemon. That's the good thing about Raichu and Pikachu is that they're very fast. So there's not a lot of things in the game that are going to outspeed it. Even if they were the same level, they wouldn't outspeed it. So, all right. So now we're still fighting them, and the whole goal of all this, if you've ever seen my playthroughs, I know what we're going to need at the end of the game. I've played through enough of this to know we're going to need extra levels. We're going to need some extra oomph to get through some of the Elite Four members. And this is why I'm fighting these extra battles. They're not necessary. You don't have to fight them. You really just have to fight, I think, one trainer to get through this gym. I think that's it, just one. And you can do that if you want to. I like getting the extra experience. It doesn't bother me one bit. And Thunderbolt is a 2-hit. And I think what I'm going to do now is just save a little bit of my stuff. And I should have an antidote. Yep, right there. Now, do we fight the other girl, or do we just go fight Erica? And I'm pausing for dramatic effect. There we go. So we fight the other girl. She has an execute. Should be a one-hit knockout, or should be a pretty handy knockout. It's 2-hit. Okay. It's a Toko. 2-hit knockout. It's a Toko. So if her beat, we take on Erica. I save just to be safe. That's what the pause is for. You see the mouse on the screen. So we take on Erica. To my knowledge, I'm pretty confident. Erica's not very difficult. Once we get past Victory Bell, it should be, Victory Bell's a one-hit. I don't know if Tangela's a one-hit. Tangela, for some reason, is not a one-hit for anything. It's weird. I think it has good stats. Whenever I play through as Tangela, I'm going to see that. But I've also seen a playthrough with Tangela, and I don't remember exactly its move pool earlier or its stats, but I just remember it took forever to play through as Tangela. So now, we beat Erica. Now we're on to Koga's gym. Koga's gym, it's good practice, because Koga has some actually pretty strong Pokemon. His gym slackies or whatever trainers do. So right now, this Pokemon right here, it's going to be Hypno. Hypno can be very tricky, because Hypno can put you to sleep. Hypno can eat your dreams. It can do everything. Maybe not this Hypno specifically, but Hypno in general has the ability to do all those things. So we beat this one, but that one can usually be a resetter for sure. And right now we're pacing pretty well. We're at Koga's gym, level 41, which is about where we want to be. Honestly, it's about where we want to be. And we're at a point where a lot of the Pokemon we're coming across are one-hit knockouts, and having the variety of moves, like I said earlier, is going to help us immensely, because now we don't have to go back and heal as much. We've made up some time. So right now we're in 24 minutes. We've made up a little bit of time for what I mean by that is we made up some time from whenever we spent a whole bunch of time at the first gym, taking out the first gym. And so we have Koga, and then we really just have some really key battles in the game. That's really what we have coming up now. Is we have the key battles in the game. We have we have 2 more Giovanni fights. We have Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, 3 gym leaders, and we have 3 more rival fights. Those are the main battles left in the game. So I think that's all I really really showcase. So we go back and heal. I don't know why I'm showing this, but we go back and heal just because just for precautionary purposes. And some of the other benefits to Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu, it never felt like in this run, except for like the first 20 minutes, that Pikachu was in any way like at a huge disadvantage. You're going to see a little bit later. It's going to show. I'm going to show like where it is a little bit of a disadvantage. And we did have to come up with a strategy for Pikachu/Raichu when it comes to Giovanni. Nothing you have will be super effective against Giovanni, and he has some pretty heavy-duty moves. He has the digs, he has the fissures, he has pretty solid moveset. So I had to come up with a pretty decent strategy to try to get through Giovanni's gym, and you'll see that when it comes up. And just so you know, aware of what's coming up soon. So I just finished filming the Sandshrew playthrough. Oh, am I fighting Giovanni now? Okay, I'm fighting Giovanni. So or not Giovanni, Koga. Okay, yeah, we're fighting Koga. Sorry. And as long as you don't get poisoned early, you can win this battle pretty handily. And we get the win. Okay. So we beat Koga. Koga's never really in difficult. So now we're fighting our rival. I did not think our rival fight was going to be tough, and here's the reason why. You're going to see it. Pidgeotto. Now, Thunderbolt, boom. And Gyarados, Thunderbolt, boom. 2 knockouts right away. Now, what I should have done if I was just a little smarter, now I'm going to set up on him. Okay, so I did do it. Okay. So I was like, I don't want to give Pidgeotto a chance to sand attack me or lower my stats. So I'm just going to, knock him out, knock out Gyarados, and then use Growlithe, who has the best move he has is Ember. And then, nothing's going to come of the last 3 Pokemon. So that was the tactic there and the strategy, and it worked well. It's a first time victory. So now we're fighting Giovanni, and Giovanni really showcases here why he's going to be an issue. So nothing here. That Pokemon's not ground type yet. It's just normal. So 2 knockouts. That's fine. Rhyhorn, let's see how much Seismic Toss barely does over a third. So we have to be able to take some damage or set something up to be able to take out. Now Nidoqueen is ground type now. So that's the thing about Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen gets that too. So there's a Pokemon that we can't use Thunderbolt on, which is our best move. So we beat him, and that's fine. We beat him, which is good. But you're definitely seeing there's definitely some chinks in the armor when it comes to Raichu about what we're going to do. So this is where I had to start thinking about this as I'm playing, because I'm not too worried about Blaine's gym. Blaine's gym's never really too much of an issue, as long as you have a Pokemon that has something other than a grass move. Raichu has some good moveset. So Body Slam, Thunderbolt, even Agility will boost those stats and make this gym very manageable. And nothing they do is going to do super damage. The only thing that you got to worry about with Blaine is Blaine has Fire Spin. So you can use Fire Spin, and if they outspeed you, you'll never get an attack off. And I personally hate Fire Spin. I used to, when I was a kid, I hated that move. I hated it. I used to I need to get Fire Spin, and then it would just be a move that just sat there forever. It was so boring. I hated it with a passion. But Seismic Toss, take out the Pikachu, take out the Vulpix. I don't know why I'm trying to conserve PP here. I don't know why. We're gonna go back. We have to go back and heal anyway to fight the gym leader anyway. But we keep fighting these battles, and some things I'll mention as well that come up with the channel. Nidoran male, Nidoran female. Are 2 Pokemon I'm going to be playing through. I can already tell you, I think one's going to blast the other one out of the water when it comes to the speed in which they're going to play through. So I do think that's going to be the case, is the Pokemon playthrough with Nidoran male, Nidoran female. There's going to be 2 drastic different playthroughs. Even though they're pretty much the same Pokemon, other than 1 or 2 moves, those 1 or 2 moves are very drastic. If you've never played through either one of them, there is a drastic difference in both these Pokemon. So now we got Blaine. Blaine, to me, honestly, Blaine is not a concern. He doesn't have anything crazy. He never makes the right moves. And, okay, so we're going to do agility. It's going to help us set up. And, yeah, Growl doesn't do any damage with that. So we get agility set up. Thunderbolt through 2 of them. Does Thunderbolt take out Rapidash? It does. And the question is, does it take out Arcanine? I don't think it does. No, but it's a 2-hit knockout if we get the hit. And they hurt himself in recoil. So, perfect. And now we're fighting Sabrina. Sabrina and her whip. So now we're fighting Sabrina. And kind of going to do the same thing here. We're going to knock out Kadabra with the Body Slam. Mr. Mime never really attacks much, so that's the best one to set up anything. So now he's gonna double slap us, doesn't do anything. Agility's gonna boost our speed, which initiates the badge boost glitch, which boosts all of our stats. And then Body Slam's gonna wreck the entire team. Now, is it a one-hit knockout on Alakazam? It is a one-hit knockout on Alakazam. So we wreck the entire team, and we get through Sabrina. And then we go to Giovanni. Now, Giovanni is gonna be the tough one. You're gonna see the timer here. Well, we have to pause the timer to get through Giovanni, because we're trying to figure out a strategy here. And I figured out a strategy. I just wanted to try both of them out before I officially committed to one. And both these strategies can technically work. So my thought first was to do agility, boost my stats, and then we'll take out Rhyhorn with Seismic Toss. So the thing about, like, when you do badge boost with Seismic Toss, I actually don't know this, and I'll look it up, I guess, and maybe have an answer by like another video. I don't think it boosts your stat with Seismic Toss. Because Seismic Toss is only supposed to be like, it's for your level. So if it's only your level, then it's not going to do anything more than your level. It doesn't matter how much you badge boost. It's only supposed to be the equivalent of your level. So I don't think for a second that it actually boosts your stats for that move. And I'm just now realizing this as I'm like doing the voiceover. So that might be why Seismic Toss didn't do squat. But yeah, so now the timer's paused. So I go with 2 strategies here. One strategy is to do Mega Punch, is to do the agility, and use Mega Punch to try to sweep his team. See if Mega Punch can knock everyone out. So it's not going to knock out Rhyhorn, but Rhyhorn can't really do much. It ain't going to do a lot of damage. It will not outspeed, so Horn Drill's pointless. So Doug Trio, it's a 1-hit, I believe. Yes. So that was one big deal we're dealing with. So this is a 2-hit, and we get paralyzed, but it's a 2-hit. If we get second hit, yep, okay. So that's a good. Now Nidoking is a 2-hit, assuming we don't get hit again. Okay. Now Rhydon. Now this is where I was like, okay, the other strategy might do a little bit better. So now Rhydon, we can't do a lot of damage. We're actually paralyzed, so we're getting very lucky here. He can't use Fissure. He doesn't understand that he does not outspeed me. And we get lucky here. So that one was a little luck-based. So now I go back, and I'm going to show you what it would be if I use Mimic. So the tactic here is to still use your agility. Okay? We get rid of Mega Punch, and instead we have Mimic. We use agility to boost our stats. That's fine. Okay? And we take pretty much no damage. We use Body Slam. It doesn't do a lot, but we're not going to get a lot of damage from it anyway. We get lucky with the Paralyze. So the tactic I use is against Doug Trio to Mimic Dig. Mimic Dig. Now Dig can let us attack everyone. So we knock out Doug Trio. Nidoqueen, we knock out Nidoqueen in 1 hit. We knock out Nidoking, I believe, in 1 hit. And now Rhydon is a 1-hit knockout. I hope. I think. Almost a 1-hit, but I'll take that over having to take 9 Mega Punches. So that was a tactic that works. So now I just wanted to test that. So now I'll time it and then actually play the battle through. So I'll save it again. And the best strategy in that was the dig tactic. So now we're actually playing through with the timer running. That's why the timer stopped, so don't freak out. I was just testing out a theory here. I think did I initially beat it? Or I don't remember. But we're doing that, and we're going to take out Rhyhorn. So things go to plan, and not everything ever goes to plan. That's just the way the world works, especially when you're doing Pokemon in Gen 1. So we take a little bit more damage than we were anticipating. So now we're going to use Mimic. We're going to use Dig. And this is what irritates me. Is they dig right after me because I outspeed. in that, yeah. So we have to get the right RNG to get this to win this battle. We already won it once. I just didn't have the timer running, so I didn't think it was fair. So now we're gonna do the same exact tactic. We just gotta get Dugtrio to cooperate. Instead of going for guard spec, go for dig. Then I can mimic dig and then dig down below. And then when he comes up, I come up behind him. So the dig is kind of a great move. It is a fantastic move. But the downside to dig is whenever you have situations where you need to, like, you have to, like, a 2-turn move. That's like if you use fly and you go first, mimic, dig. Okay, dig a hole. Yes. Now it's working. And we miss. Great. And we do it again. So now we're going to try this again. As soon as we get through Giovanni, I'm very confident the rest of the playthrough is nothing. I'm pretty confident it's nothing. So now we're going to do this one more time. I'm pretty sure this is the one where we get the knockout. We get all the RNG we need just to get through Giovanni. Alright, so we're Joey'd up. Now let's use Body Slam. Let's try to get Reinhardt knocked out here. Get the knockout. That's good. Now, Dugtrio. Cooperate with me, Dugtrio. Just cooperate with me, please. He digs a hole. We dig a hole. He comes up. We hit him. Perfect. Now the battle is ours. As long as we don't screw it up somehow. So that's the scenario we needed to play out to get this win. And that's the scenario we are getting played out right now to get this win. The only thing that gets screwed up is if we miss this attack somehow, and we don't knock it all the way out, but we outspeed, so Fissure doesn't do anything, and we get the win. So an hour and 44 minutes, we beat Giovanni. Now we have our rival fight, and then 5 more battles left. The Elite Four, and then the champion. Rival fight, not scared at all. Not scared in the least. Because we can knock out Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot, one hit, not a problem. Gyarados, he uses Rhyhorn, which is good. Now we can use Agility. We can set up. He's not going to do a lot of damage to us, which is exactly what we want. It's exactly the scenario we want. Horndrill would actually be better because it doesn't actually do an attack to me. We can't use like a one-hit knockout move here, but we can knock him out. And then the rest of the team we can pretty much sweep. Thunderbolt, knockout, bam. Growlithe, Body Slam, one-hit knockout. Execute or Alakazam? No, okay. We're Alakazam's a knockout, and Venusaur is a 2-hit, which he can't do anything to attack us. He uses a growth, and we knock it out. It's great. We're at level 59 before we ever get to the Elite Four. We have a couple rare candies left, which is good. The name Goose, by the way, I named him Goose. If you've seen a couple things, if you ever seen Captain Marvel, the cat's name is Goose, and if you ever seen what's the movie? Top Gun, the one guy's name is Goose as well. So now we're facing Lorelei. We're in the Elite Four. We do a badge boost. We do the badge boost to knock out the first 2 Pokemon. Now, I don't know if it's going to knock out Slowbro. It does knock out Slowbro. So now we're facing Jinx. And the only thing to throw it off right now is if Jinx uses Mega Punch. But instead, use a potion. And Lapras, Thunderbolt is it's not a one-hit. But I'm not concerned. Blizzard wouldn't do much damage to us. So we get the knockout with Lorelei. Very, very straightforward first battle win. Bruno can be tough. He has 2 rock-type Pokemon that we don't have exactly a great attack against. However, I have a plan. I don't know if it's in this one or another one I did a strategy for, but we'll see. We do a badge boosting. And all he can use is Rage. He'd have to use it a long time to do a decent amount of damage against us. And it's building. Unfortunately, it is getting stronger, but he missed and now it resets. We get the knockout. Now, I'm pretty confident Hitmonchan. We mimic, and I mimic Ice Punch. That's exactly what I thought I did. Okay. So we do my Ice Punch. Body Slam knocks out Hitmon. No, it does not knock out Hitmonchan. I apologize. I must have leveled up in the middle of this battle. So now Thunderbolt, and now we get another Onix, and now Ice Punch, the one-hit knockout for Onix. And then Thunderbolt is a 2-hit knockout with Machamp. So that's good. All right, so about what I thought we'd do there. So the next is Agatha. Agatha's always tricky because she can pretty much do every status move under the sun. Sleep, Confusion, Paralyze, Poison, so on and so forth. But Raichu, 2-hit knockout. I wonder if Raichu, Agility. Okay, we're going to do Agility on Golbat. And we're going to try to boost our stats. And we got confused. Do a little damage to ourselves. We're not taking a lot of damage in general, so that's good. Now we're going to use Haunter, and Haunter is still not a one-hit. But I don't know why she switches. She loses a turn to attack me. She could have put me to sleep. She could have done anything there, but instead she switches out. So now we have one Pokemon left. We actually do less against this Gengar than the first one. We even did the badge boost glitch. So, anyway. If you don't know what the badge boost glitch is, I'll explain it really quick. Basically, whenever you beat a gym leader, certain gym leaders give you a boost in stats. So every time you modify your stats, it gives you a boost of 12.5% for all your stats. So that's what it does. So knockout for Blaine. Mimic. I clicked the wrong move. We shouldn't have done that. So I think what I've done is I've been trying to do is I tried to mimic Hyper Beam for a while. I didn't show this. I should have shown this. But I tried to mimic Hyper Beam there. I'm going to pause it for 1 second. I tried to mimic Hyper Beam. And the reason why I tried to mimic Hyper Beam, because Hyper Beam can do a lot of damage. And I had agility initially. I had Mimic and agility. So I tried to mimic Hyper Beam. But I just kept getting knocked out. I kept not doing enough damage. So what I thought I'd do instead is I'll just mimic agility, and then I'll teach Mega Punch to my Pokemon. And we'll see if that gets the knockout. And I think it does here. And then I didn't think for a second. And then I realized that I made a dumb, idiot mistake. And Aerodactyl is considered, even though it's supposed to be like a rock flying, it's weak to Thunderbolt. It's a flying type. So I didn't do that the first time I did this. So we get the win. We get the knockout. I think this took a time or two. If you look at the time, it definitely adds up to be like a minute, a couple try-throughs. So now we have our champion. I am very confident that the champion is not going to be an issue. The first two Pokemon are knockouts. Or our first Pokemon for sure is a knockout. Two of them are knockouts for sure, without doing anything. Thunderbolt will knock them both out. But the question is, do we get the setup? So I think we have to do a setup here. And this is making me mad because I forgot that it does not have agility anymore. I forgot that 100% before I did all this. Not to matter. I get the knockout against Pidgeot. Get the knockout against not a knockout with Alakazam. However, I do trigger a full restore. Body Slam, it's a 2-hit knockout, so that's fine. Rhydon is a Body Slam's like an 8th, I think. Sky Attack, let's see what it does. I don't think it does much at all, honestly. Mega Punch doesn't do anything. So Rhydon, if Rhydon had a decent attack, he'd probably knock me out. But the problem is Rhydon just doesn't do anything. He tries to do Horn Drill, but he does not outspeed. So the Horn Drill's nothing. And so we get the knockout there. Gyarados, Thunderbolt's a knockout. At least it should be. And then we have Arcanine, which Thunderbolt I don't think will be a knockout, but Body Slam will be a couple hit knockout. Mega Punch, get the knockout there. And then we have the last Pokemon, which he's not going to do anything crazy to us. So we just got to knock it out. Mega Punch, Razor Leaf Mist, which is crazy. Sky Attack is a one-hit knockout. I think that's why I decided to go with Sky Attack, so we can knock out Venusaur in one hit. So we get the win. We beat the champion, and I'm clicking through real quick because I want this to be a sub 2-hour run. If you take out the fact that the first gym took a long time, this wasn't a bad playthrough. Honestly, it wasn't. There's not a lot of places in the game where I didn't think Pikachu was in control or was not dominating to some degree. If you just take out the first gym can be a killer for people. Now, if you're looking at the time there, I had this pause while I did other things, so it might have been running. The clock pauses, and I might get up and go, use the bathroom and go make dinner for my wife or whatever. So, but all in all, my thoughts on the playthrough with Pikachu. Not a bad playthrough. Pikachu and Raichu, not bad. On a team, this is a fantastic Pokemon to have. By itself, it does have some limitations, but there's definitely, unlike some Pokemon out there, there's not a path to victory all the time. Or there's a very rocky path. This one had a path. You just got to get the right things, and hey, maybe we fight a couple more battles along the way. We don't need the extra experience points for whatever. So maybe a couple extra battles will sway some of these battles that took a little bit longer late in the game. You never know. But I thoroughly enjoyed the playthrough with Pikachu. I knew the first gym would be rocky. And really enjoyed it. And that's the end of my video. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Sandshrew video will be out very soon. So keep an eye out for that one. And I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for stopping in JD's NerdVerse. and keep an eye out for my next video. Have a good one. See ya.